I gotta put y'all on. Like,
what's the tea?
I'm with my women, I'm excited. Call me to your baby, I'm sliding. First things first, let me get that introduction. We on the long road to sell this drug.
hey girlies,
Welcome back to my channel.
my name is Patrick. Nice to meet you. If you are new here, if you are returning, thank you so much for tuning in to another YouTube video. Now, today is a little bit different. As you can tell by the title, we are talking about homophobia. That is a topic that a lot of people do touch on a day-to-day basis, and I did want to share some of my experiences because I feel like a lot of people don't really know much about me or really know who I am, because most of my videos are based on hair. As you can see, I would definitely like to talk about things that I've dealt with when it comes to people or, you know, social media, comments, things like that. I do have a list of topics that I wrote down in my phone. So I am going to start off with those topics. There are 3. And then the last one is just going to be ending it out, which is going to be like my little coming out. The first one that I have is internally homophobic males and females. They will bully you simply because they are queer themselves and are having a hard time accepting it. Another phrase for an internally closeted male or female is a closeted homophobe. And also, too, the men tend to call females the B word and disrespect them. So, my experience with closeted people, I would say around when I was in middle school or high school, I tend to get bullied a lot.
I told her, I was like, y'all could take this job and shove it because I've had enough. They abuse me here. Okay, that's all they do.
By mostly men, of course, because I am a man and because I am handsome and they like me. The whole trajectory, I would say, when it comes down to dealing with those type of things, it's like people bully you because they like you. I don't know, that was like a thing in middle school, and you would be like, ew, you ugly, or ew, like, you know, it was just like so weird. And I just found that weird because I was just like, how are you bullying me because you like me? Like, it just don't be given that, you feel me? I just didn't like it. I used to cry. It got to a point where one time I even told the principal, you have to get this boy out of here. Because it was this boy, his name was Kevin. This was when I was in high school. And I think this was my senior year. And he always used to bully me. He made so many jokes about being gay and this and that. And he would tell the principal like, oh, you know, it was just a joke, whatever. But I'm like, everybody wants to mask disrespectful things as a joke. And sometimes it doesn't feel like a joke to me. My father's side of the family is from Jamaica. So they have a saying where they say, you throw salt on the frog, but the frog dying and you laughing. That's basically the same thing. As in saying, it's funny to you, but it's not funny to me. So you're bullying me constantly because you like me, but I'm hurting. So I used to get so annoyed with that, and I was just like, no, I just can't deal with it. As far as females go, of course, I've never experienced that, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. You're a female dealing with another female that she is bullying you because she likes you and she can't accept who she is as an individual. And a lot of times that's literally internal. When people call you names or people bully you, or, you know, they always have a comment about things that you do, they're either like you or they're fighting something internally, and you just have to walk away from that friendship or that relationship or whatever the case may be, because a lot of the times people that are close to you are your biggest hater.
You know what I never understood and what I would never understand is how a friend fall out with a friend and become friends with the enemy and tell all the business. So what I don't understand is how the enemy thinks that they're safe, because that's snake behavior to me.
Hello, and you're just so confident in the fact that you're queer and you love yourself, but they don't love themselves. Amen to that.
You ain't wrong, Queen.
Thank you.
You have a great day.
What an honor. Thank you.
So let's talk about the next topic, which is me having a homophobic father, right? Sharing my experience. So growing up, I was living with my dad. So just to give a little background, my mom is from Honduras. My dad is Jamaican. Growing up, I lived with my dad majority of the time. So I would rotate. So my mom, she lived in the Bronx. My dad lived in Queens. So I would travel to the Bronx. I wouldn't say every weekend, but probably about like every other weekend just to go visit my mom. But most of the time I was in Queens living with my dad. So I kind of had to, shelter myself. My mom didn't really know at the time either, but I'm pretty sure everybody saw the signs that, I was gay and things like that. My dad used to beat me a lot. And as I got older, I kind of thought about it. I was like, like maybe he's beating me because he feels like I'm gay and he wants me to like man up and he can see it, but he's also trying to be in denial about it because he doesn't want that for me.
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending.
And my thing is, as a parent, you should just always respect what it is that your child wants or whoever your child is as an individual, because they start to resent you when you don't respect your kids and you tell them like, oh, don't be this or don't be that, because they have this saying. Well, it's not a saying, but they have this word in Jamaica. It's a little inappropriate, but it's basically a gay slur. Like they call you a Bachimon. So it's very disrespectful in Jamaica towards gay people, and sometimes they say it up here too. But my dad will always say that. Like he would be like, oh, if you want to be that, then you can't live here. And he will also say that to my brothers too, because I do have a brother on that side of family that is now 10 years old. He'll be 11 August 1st. So he would make sure that we know for a fact, like, okay, don't be gay or don't be this. And it's just like, wow, like we are your kids. Like just accept us. But also too, you have to understand that a lot of times the way that people grew up pertains to who they are as an adult. And when I got older, I started to learn that like, yeah, he just didn't grow up in a space where that was accepted or it was okay to be that way. So he gonna stand on business. Okay, like he gonna stand on business. He gonna let you know like, nah, I don't like that. Like that's not for me. And he was just heavy on it. But, I just had to like mask myself most of the time, hide myself. People at school knew I was gay though. So it was just different for me, like having to go to school, being how I was, and then coming back home and it's like, well, time to try to act straight. Like, like that was just something so different for me. Hiding myself, like I hated it so bad. Like I was just like, I just wish I could be myself. Like I feel like I wanted to cry, and it was so annoying. Like I just know that any gay person who went through that as a child, you are literally living childhood and adulthood together, like at the same time, because you weren't able to live out your childhood years being who you were. And a lot of people still can't do that as an adult because people are so worried about other people's opinions and who's gonna say what and who's gonna think what about me, and whoever's around me, are they gonna not want to be my friend anymore because I'm gay. So just like other people's opinions and the way the world is now, people will not try to be themselves. But one thing about me, I love myself, baby, and I'm gonna be myself, and I just truly don't even care. But yeah, I just I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay in the closet. That just wasn't my thing. I had to be myself. So let's look at the next topic. The gay question. Now, you get these a lot when you're out and about and you're just showing people that you love yourself and you're just so confident. So they start to feel like, oh, well, how does that work? And they're so curious and whatnot. But this also has a connection to the closeted people, because they will ask you that too, since they're so interested and they want to know more about it because they want to explore, but they feel like they want to live through you. So they'll ask you like, oh, are you the top, the bottom, or the verse? Or what does the top do? What does the bottom do? Or what else? Let me see. Ask you like, would you mess with a DL man? And I kind of say no, because I can't do that. Like, I want to be comfortable with whoever it is that I'm messing with. I want them to be out, because I'm not a big fan of PDA, but I would say that I do like to display affection to my partner in public, and I want them to be okay with that too, and not think about, like I said, other people's opinions or who's around. And now it's 2024. Like, nobody even cares what you do in public, as long as you're not pulling out private parts. We cool, like. So it really does not matter. Just being yourself and being who you are. Whoever is out there that is gay and they're out, I love that for you. Keep doing it. Keep being you, mamas. Mwah. We're going to now go on to the last topic, which is my coming out story. A lot of people that are close to me have heard this, but if you haven't and you are watching this video, this is for you. I came out when I was 16 years old. Now, it wasn't an easy process, everybody gotta take their time, and I wasn't comfortable at first, because I just felt like, oh my God, everybody's opinions, like opinions. Like, what is everybody gonna say? What is everybody gonna think? But I just had to let it out. I had a friend at the time. We're not gonna say her name, but we are gonna call her Susie. So at the time I was friends with Susie, and Susie had a cousin. I forgot what the cousin name was. I don't even remember the cousin. Let's call the cousin Angie, right? So me and Susie and Angie, we was close. And of course, close because... All right, y'all, don't mind the Spanish music in the background, because I live in this loud neighborhood. Yes, so Susie, Angie, and me, we was all cool, right? Cool, calm, collective, whatever. Like, we was the closest of the closest. And I had this boy come over to my house one day. His name was Rolando. He was mad cool, and I really, really liked him or whatever. But we wasn't trying to get on no like relationship type stuff, because like we was mad young. So it was just like, what are we doing? Like, we're not getting into that much stuff. Like, we still got to build our lives to really even be in no relationship stuff. But we was just texting, and I invited him over, and we did some stuff. So after that, it kind of felt like good to know that I, did it for the first time. But then I also started panicking a little, because I'm like, yo, like, I'm scared. So I'll call Susie and Angie, but mind you, Angie at Susie's house. So I just called Susie, and then when she answered the phone, Angie was there. So they're like, oh yeah, Patrick, like, what's up? How you doing? Whatever. I'm like, girl, I gotta put y'all on. Like, what's the tea? I'm telling them, I'm like, yeah, because I invited this boy over or whatever, and we had did something. And they was like, okay, like, I invite my bros over or whatever, and we be chilling, like, we be making sandwiches. I'm like, Angie, you know very well we was not making sandwiches. It was not giving. I was like, we was sandwiching each other, if anything, to really be honest.
Hours, and
She was like, oh. So I'm like, yeah, girl, like, you know, we did a little bit of stuff, a little 1-2. And she was like, oh, so what are you, like, you gay now? I'm like, no, I'm bi.
But I know I'm not gay because I'm the most not gay nigga of all the not gay niggas in the whole universe. But see, people hate on you when you shine, see.
Like, you know, when you not trying to say that you gay, but you like, girl, I'm bi, girl, like. And I was just like, yo, I'm bi, like, I still like girls. Mind you, y'all, now at this point in my life, I'm fully gay. Like, I really like men. I'm not worried about no women, unless there's a woman that comes around, you know, maybe she fire or whatnot. I don't know if the tables could turn, but you know, I'm only 23, so life is, you know, could take its turns. I don't know what's gonna happen. But back to the story. So now I'm talking to them or whatever, I'm telling them what happened. And they like, okay, Patrick, we accept you. Like, we been new, we don't care, whatever. So now all of a sudden, I start telling mad people that I know. But that's what I was so confused with about myself, because I'm like, wait, I just felt like I wasn't comfortable. But then now all of a sudden, I'm comfortable. I'm telling everybody. I'm in my messages, like, texting people. Girl, guess what I did? I did that with this boy, and I'm gay, and blah, 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 blah. But nobody at school knew yet. So it was just like, when I'll text the person, I'll be like, yeah, and don't tell nobody. Trying to protect myself. But they looking at me like, Patrick, who am I going to tell? Like, that's your business. You know, I'm not really worried about what you got going on. You just had tried to tell me that as a friend. So after I got a little bit more comfortable, and then eventually I started telling everybody in school, like, the confidence just boosted. Like, I was just like all the way up there. Like, when I tell y'all, I was like, yeah, I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. Like, it was just given, like, I did not care no more. Like, I didn't have a caring bone in my body. Like, I was so confident in who I was and what I did and whatever. I was just like, oh, well, life goes on, and that's just the tea, girl, and I'm gay. You know, and I loved that for me. Like, I was just like, yo, I'm so comfortable with myself and who I am, and I just don't have to worry about people's opinions or what anybody has to say, because I'm me. And who gonna take that away from me? Nobody. Anything that I wanted to do in my life, I've always done. I'm doing things now. I'm doing hair. I'm doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm living life. And I feel like that's the whole point of life. You get comfortable with yourself. You get confident. And you get to live. One thing I'm going to say, y'all, if you listen to people and worry about whatever it is that they have to say or their opinions, you will not live. You will be in this box. People will box you in. That's how this world is. Everybody wants to keep you down there, and they want to, you know, be on the top, and they don't want to see you winning. But I'm here to tell you, I want to see everybody win. I love everybody. I want everybody to be getting a coin. Like, that's just my personality. That's my persona. That's who I am. I love seeing people win. Amen to that. God is good, okay? That's all for the video, guys. That definitely ends my homophobia video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Mwah. Thank you so much, guys. Love you.
You can trust in me. I can. You said I can trust in